Stop politicizing the science. Tests of scientific literacy show that the deniers are no less knowledgeable than the believers. Vaccines are probably one of the best things our species has ever done. The prospect of nuclear war would be so unthinkable, quite literally lead to the extinction of the human species. One could worry that once that taboo has been breached, once the line had been crossed, many things to fear.
He is the Harvard professor, Steven Pinker.
This lack of separation between the executive and the judiciary, so Trump being able to elect 3 officials onto the Supreme Court.
The United States already is behind the curve in terms of global progress.
The reduction in absolute poverty in the last 200 years, 95% to now something like 13.
The moral imperative is not that everyone have the same. The moral imperative is that everyone has enough.
It's good to know there's that diversity, because I've only ever really heard of the New York bagel, and I love bagels, but you'd say it's significantly better.
Far inferior.
And there's no biases there.
None at all. None at all.
So talking about biases and rationality, let's get straight into it. So your most recent book, Rationality, What It Is, Why It Seems Scarce. One of the main things you talk about, or something that struck me and that I agree with a lot, is an inability for people to be able to distinguish between peer-reviewed scientific data and, sort of pseudo-scientific fear-mongering. And a key example, the one that struck me, is with nutrition online. You have the carnivore diet, vegan diet, paleo, et cetera, et cetera. How do you think we can remedy trust in the scientific establishment and help to educate people in being able to distinguish between misinformation on the internet in that way?
First of all, the scientists can't present themselves as just another priesthood, just delivering edicts from on high, because then when they're wrong, which inevitably they will be, because no one's infallible, no one's omniscient, we start out ignorant of everything. So scientists do their best based on available data, but data are bound to change. If it is their expertise is presented as, trust me, I'm a scientist, then as soon as they have to change their mind, they discredit themselves. So one crucial qualification is to show their work. The reason that we are recommending this is because of this study, that study, and so on. I mean, succinctly and as honestly and clearly as possible. The second one is stop politicizing the science, where I think the scientific mainstream has gone wildly off in the wrong direction by basically what journal after journal, organization after organization is proclaiming their fealty to a so-called social justice agenda, what is derisively called wokeness. And scientists are discrediting themselves if they advertise, we are a branch of the political left, because then everyone who's not on the political left will just blow them off. And we have reason to believe from studies of departure from scientific mainstream beliefs, that is, people who reject evolution, people who reject the idea that human activity is warming the planet. Most scientists will say, oh, they're scientifically illiterate. We need to increase science education and have more science talking heads on the BBC. But tests of scientific literacy show that the deniers are no less knowledgeable than the believers. A lot of people who believe in climate change or believe in Darwin's theory of natural selection are pretty clueless in how it actually works or what it actually consists of. But just they know that it's that good right-thinking people believe it, so they believe it too. And that's the way humans work. But what it means is that if science gets branded as a left-wing exercise, then people who aren't on the left will blow it off. And that is a big danger in acceptance of scientific consensus, and it's one that scientists themselves seem to be oblivious to.
Hey guys, I hope you're enjoying the episode. I just wanted to drop you in a word from our sponsor Manscaped. You can use the discount code LOAF to get your discount, because even a lion needs to tame its mane.
Get the Performance Package 5.0 Ultra from Manscaped now. Stay fresh with no cuts, so that your baguette leaves no crumbs.